Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Mm. No, the first one we got is no Carolina family 12 others one book with vacation auto permanently closed by EBC Ellen. So let's get into the news.
New tonight here at 5. Imagine booking and paying for a hotel online in advance. Then you make the drive out to the beach for vacation and you show up there and you see the hotel is shut down.
Boy, that'd be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened to a Hardin County couple. And when they said that they were not able to get a refund, they got in touch with troubleshooter Diane Wilson. And again, I hope you got hot for them.
They were hot, Barbara. They were upset. It's not the way you want your vacation to start, especially when you paid a lot of money for that hotel stay.
With this booking confirmation, Brian Sexton thought he was all set for his trip to Kill Devil Hills in the Outer Banks.
I've never been to the Outer Banks on the 4th of July, and we wanted to do something different.
It was for sure different, as after traveling 4 hours from his home, when Brian and his family made it to Kill Devil Hills at the hotel they booked this past summer, you can see from these pictures they found garbage dumpsters in the parking lot, a chain across the entrance with a sign that said no trespassing. The hotel he booked and paid in full for was closed.
I was confused. I was like,
really?
No way. How are we going to find him? I was so angry. I was upset.
A quick search on Google also showed the hotel was permanently closed.
I tried calling booking.com immediately, and obviously at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, nobody's answering. That's when I disputed it to the credit card company.
Brian scrambled and did find a new hotel, but wanted a refund of the $1,200 he paid booking.com for reservation.
At first, they're like, we couldn't do nothing for you because I didn't check in. And I'm like, well, I couldn't check in because the property's closed.
Brian says he continued to email booking.com about his refund and got these emails stating they were waiting for the hotel to get back to him.
I had to continue waiting until they heard back from the property. And so I just finally, I was like, after I think the second time of hearing that, I'm like, I'm going to get a hold of Diane Wilson.
I got in touch with booking.com and a representative said, unfortunately, the accommodation did not notify them of its closure. They add, since the customer initiated a chargeback through their bank, it prevents them from issuing a refund. It took some time, but eventually Brian says his credit card company ruled in his favor and he got a full refund.
Wow, that's good.
And booking.com also confirmed they have removed the listing from their website for their hotel that is now closed. And so it was hard for Brian when I said, what did you learn? He's like, who knew you had to Google the hotel before you booked it to see if it was closed or not?
Yeah.
Assumed it would be open.
But that's not a bad idea. Call them up or Google them. Make sure they're actually open for business. Maybe before you put your money down.
Yeah. Well, and it's just a shame the booking website is not on top of it. He had to find out that way. All right.
Good job, Diane. Getting the job done again.
Wow. This is a thing. I think this is similar. No, this one family twist. I think it's similar. No, let me look.
A North Carolina couple hit with a vacation nightmare after they booked a hotel only to show up and find that the hotel had been shut down. Investigative reporter Diane Wilson from our sister station in North Carolina has that story.
With this booking confirmation, Brian Sexton thought he was all set for his trip to Kill Devil Hills in the Outer Banks.
I've never been to the Outer Banks on the 4th of July, and we wanted to do something different.
It was for sure different, as after traveling 4 hours from his home, when Brian and his family made it to Kill Devil Hills at the hotel they booked this past summer. You can see from these pictures, they found garbage dumpsters in the parking lot, a chain across the entrance with a sign that said no trespassing. The hotel he booked and paid in full for was closed.
I was confused. I was like, there's no way. How are we going to find him? I was so angry. I was upset.
A quick search on Google also showed the hotel was permanently closed.
I tried calling booking.com immediately, and obviously at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, nobody's answering. That's when I disputed it to the credit card company.
Brian scrambled and did find a new hotel, but wanted a refund of the $1,200 he paid booking.com for the reservation.
At first, they were like, we couldn't do nothing for you because I didn't check in. And I'm like, well, I couldn't check in because the property's closed.
Brian says he continued to email booking.com about his refund and got these emails stating they were waiting for the hotel to get back to him.
I had to continue waiting until...
But if the auto closed, then why is the auto see on the booking site? The shouldn't booking remove an auto from the site if the close on. That's my only opinion.
They heard back from the property, and so I just finally, I was like, after I think the second time of hearing that, I'm like, I'm gonna get a hold of Diane Wilson.
I got in touch with booking.com, and a representative said, unfortunately, the accommodation did not notify them of its closure. They add, since the customer initiated a chargeback through their bank, it prevents them from issuing a refund. It took some time, but eventually Brian says his credit card company ruled in his favor, and he got a full refund.
This is news. This one is Cacao News. San Bernardino Sutton and the earth bill for this Apple data. That's
Father's haunted house for his disabled daughter may not happen this year.
Yeah, the city of San Bernardino says he doesn't have the proper permit. And as KCAL reporter Nicole Comstock explains tonight, that could make it impossible to have ready for Halloween.
The family says the city waited until the last minute to let them know that they'll need to get a permit they've never needed before. A permit that takes 30 to 45 days to be processed, which would push this event well past Halloween. They say it's effectively shutting their event down without saying so.
wow.
This was supposed to be the opening night for the Caitlin Manor Haunted House on 4th Street in San Bernardino.
Yeah.
And instead of harassing me and threatening me and just wanting to shut me down, come here and help me get it going.
But Augie Cowan says city inspectors showed up in numbers at the leased warehouse 2 days ago when he wasn't there, and entered through the back without his permission, ultimately yellow tagging the building.
You don't have permission to...
Oh, I'm doing it.
We can film in public.
I don't need your permission, just like you don't need my permission to break into the building. And they just don't care about my daughter's fundraiser at all. I tell them what it's for. They don't care. They roll their eyes. They don't talk to me. They're just cold.
The haunted house isn't just about creepy dolls and crazy clowns.
Yeah.
It's a father's labor of love. Cowan spends hundreds of hours every year building it from scratch to raise money for his daughter's holistic care.
What's going on, huh?
At 17, Andrea is one of the oldest people living with infantile metachromatic leukodystrophy, a rare genetic disorder that slowly attacked her motor skills.
When you like make noise or something, she knows it's you, she'll wake up. Yeah. she still throws a little smile.
Neighbors complained about traffic and other problems when the haunted house was hosted at their home. So Cowan since had to move it to commercial spaces. And he says code enforcement operations have made it almost impossible to pull off. But the city of San Bernardino claims he didn't have the permits required for construction of the haunted house here, saying in writing in part, city inspectors identified electrical and access issues that would put people's safety at risk. We will continue to work with them to ensure that their haunted house is both fun and safe.
It's a complete lie, and I don't know what they're talking about with the wiring.
Since Andrea has always been such a fighter, her dad doesn't want to give up either, hoping the city hears his plea.
Yeah, if there's anybody that could help fast track this and get this going, it was done once before. If not, I have to tear all this down.
And Augie says if they can't come up with a solution with the city pretty soon, Caitlin Manor Haunted House might not happen this year. Reporting in San Bernardino, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
Wow, I can't believe the CDD that. Wow. This is from NBC Los Angeles.
Attraction frightening guests in the Inland Empire for more than 10 years is struggling to open its doors. The owner says the spooks and screams help fund medical care for his sick daughter. NBC4's Christian Casadas live in San Bernardino with the reason this haunted house is now on hold. Christian.
Well, Michael, I can tell you, Augie Cohen says what started off as a fun, small project at home has become this big attraction here in San Bernardino over the course of 13 years. But now the city wants to make sure that it's up to code on the safety guidelines, which is the reason why it has this sign outside. Now, the spooky part about this, guys, is that the owner says that the haunted house is not finished. It's actually behind this metal door. And what's even scarier is that his daughter is in desperate need of its funding.
And this is what we call the clown room.
Tonight, we got an inside look at this haunted house attraction in downtown San Bernardino.
Our graveyard, we haven't even put the lights up to the graveyard yet. And we got Mr. Bones in here. He's always in his coffin.
Which owner Augie Cohen says he's been struggling to complete because he says the city won't let him open for business.
They gave me a list and I didn't understand it. They said there was loose electrical and then they said there was unpermitted construction. And I go, what do you guys mean by unpermitted construction? They said that I needed a permit to build these panels here.
A spokesperson with the city of San Bernardino tells us their staff made their first visit on October 1st and noticed a series of code violations in the electrical, and one of 2 exits were blocked. The next day, the city says Cohen canceled the inspection, and on Friday, when code enforcement, the fire marshal, and the building inspector visited the site on 4th and E Street, Cohen was not there. The attraction has been serving screams and scares for over a decade for thousands of people, which Cohen says has been a key source to generate money to pay for a 17-year-old daughter's terminal illness.
Wow. Her illness is metachromatic leukodystrophy, or MLD, infantile type. Pretty much have a hospital room. We had to get a van for her. A lot of the things that the cost add up probably close to 20 grand a year now.
Tonight, he says his daughter is stable in hospice, but without the haunted house, that care, he says, won't be possible.
She's aware now to a point, I think, to where she knows who we are. She'll give a little smile, but it's hard.
And Cohen says he only operates on the weekend, and of course he missed the first one, so now he only has 3 weekends left in the season. But we do know that he had a meeting with the city today, and we're still waiting on those details to see if he is going to be able to open the haunted house this Friday or not. So of course we will keep you posted on that. In San Bernardino, Christian Casadas, NBC4 News.
Wow.
A day of fun at Disneyland. turned tragic. A woman in her 60s suffered a medical emergency while on the Haunted Mansion attraction and later died. NBC4's Amber Free is live in Anaheim with reaction now from Disney guests. Amber.
Hey, Michael, everyone we've been able to speak with out here who's headed to the park tell us they are saddened by the news. Still, for many, this doesn't change their plans at the park, especially because they say not much information has been made available about what led to the woman's death. Disneyland guests were surprised after learning a woman in her 60s died after riding the Haunted Mansion attraction.
It is sad.
Awful riding the Haunted Mansion. I wonder what happened.
And when anyone passes away, anyone loses their life, it is very sad. And it should be accounted for that and have a time of sadness.
Anaheim Fire and Rescue says they were called to the park around 6:30 p.m. Monday. They say the woman was found unresponsive in a cart known as a doom buggy at the end of the ride. The fire department says Disneyland security provided CPR until first responders arrived. They say the woman was then rushed to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Her cause of death has not yet been determined, but Anaheim Fire and Rescue says they don't believe it stemmed from an issue with the ride itself. The Haunted Mansion is a slow-moving dark ride that takes riders through a gothic estate filled with spooky illusions. Authorities have not said whether the woman was riding alone or with someone else in the two-person buggy. Despite the uncertainty, many visitors told us they still feel safe in the park.
In Disney, they're a huge corporation that is constantly running inspections.
We don't know her condition. We don't know what her medical issues was. So we don't know if it was going to happen anyway. Had nothing associated with Disney.
Now, we reached out to Disney to ask them more about the woman, but they were only able to confirm that they had a woman on Monday who required medical attention and was then transferred to a local hospital. As far as the woman's identity or where she is from, we are still waiting for those details to be released by the coroner. For now, reporting live from Anaheim, Amber Frias, NBC4 News.
Wow. It really makes you think. Wow.
A Halloween decoration comes into question as a neighbor notices it and finds it deeply disturbing. The decoration in question, a skeleton hanging from a flagpole. But what initially sparked concern then sparked conversation.
KTLA's Rick Chambers spoke to those involved and is live for us tonight in Rancho Cucamonga. Rick.
Cucamonga.
Yeah, Micah, we were initially led to believe that some sort of racist act had been committed out here. Turns out it was anything but that. Just one man's take on some Halloween decorations that didn't pan out to be true.
Just 3 weeks before Halloween, and decorations are sprouting up all across the Southland. This one, though, drew concerns from a passerby.
We have a skeleton that's painted black, that's hung on a noose by the neck underneath the American flag.
That description came as an enormous surprise to the homeowner.
No, never.
Of lynching.
Oh my gosh, no, I would never. No.
So this is a misunderstanding.
Oh, for sure. We will have that taken down right away.
And she did, while we were there.
We are not about that at all. No. Oh, that's horrible. If they knew me, they would know that that's not our intent. We would never.
Turns out there was no noose. The skeleton was zip tied to the pole.
I think that's it.
And it wasn't painted either. The black plastic bones came like that straight from the store. And as these pictures show, there have been other skeletons under the flag on previous Halloweens without complaint.
Nevertheless, when you see it from afar, and you see a black skeleton being hung underneath the American flag, what does that mean?
A point taken by the homeowner, not wanting anyone to feel uncomfortable.
We would never. That's disappointing to me that somebody would assume that.
I'm very happy to hear that. That's a relief. I'm glad that they brought it down.
A dramatically different holiday interpretation, settled calmly with conversation, but also a glimpse at just how fragile sensitivities are in this day and age.
And the homeowner tells me that she is still in the midst of putting out her Halloween decorations, but no doubt a little less edgy. In Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, I'll throw it back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you.
Oh. This one good. This one is 1,000 pound pumpkin drop on van at Dog Fall in Connecticut.
We are now on day 2 of the 105th Annual Durham Fair. We took you out live to the fun yesterday and this morning, and there's a lot more fun in the plans for tonight.
Wow.
And that includes the pumpkin drop, something the fair is bringing back this year.
Yeah, so let's take you right out to Fox 61's Stefan Reels, who's in the middle of it all, and frankly, is as every bit as excited as he should be, because this looks pretty awesome.
Honestly, Tim, Annette, once Annette did the story, I think on Tuesday, just about the pumpkins, I was locked in. I was ready to go and jealous that Annette might actually have the chance to do this story. But guess what? She's on the desk tonight. So Stefan Reels, your boy right here, I am in the middle of it. I am in the thick of it. I am in the middle of this Monster Center. And you can see it already rise to the top. People are excited. They have been lining up to this stadium for at least an hour. We got here just to get into the great zone of everything. But you're going to see a little over 1,000 pounds of pumpkin just drop. And honestly, I am locked in at this moment, and part of me just wants to wait and hold my breath so we can just experience it all together. But from what they said, it's going to happen any second now. Waiting, bated breath. What's going to happen? Right now, a lot of people out here, just eyes are glued on this pumpkin, waiting to see what happens. And it's just a really exciting time. Like you said at the top of the show, this is the second year that they've now been doing it. But as you can see, the demand here is just incredible. People are just waiting, clapping a little bit. We're having a very good time. Now, we also have a drone up on top just to see if we might be able to get a little extra footage. We're going to be close. Who knows? Right now, they're just trying to aim it, make sure we are all good to go. It seems like we're getting close.
We did close.
There we go. Got to give a shout out to the maintenance department real quick. Right now, they're going through the quick little bits of it all. I did get the chance to speak with the superintendent of pumpkins, and I think you got a chance to talk to them a little bit earlier. Fun fact, this pumpkin you see right here, despite it being over 1,000 pounds, you might think it could grow in the span of a year, that it could accomplish that in the span of the year. Guess what? It was accomplished in just 73 days.
Wow,
that is impeccable on like what the power of Mother Nature can accomplish. They're aiming for dead center. Will they get it? Right now, I'm curious as anyone else. But honestly, I grew up around these county fairs back in Virginia. So really, this is just a very important piece close to my heart. And I'm just excited to see how all of this will play out. Like you saw a little earlier, they're just lining everything up on the center to make sure it is good to go, because they only really have one shot on this, because a lot of pumpkin, you gotta make sure it will hit dead center. And you might not be able to see it right now, but they've also filled this car with shaving cream. And I asked the maintenance crew here, why do that? Why shaving cream? And they said, hey, we want to make sure it really produces a splash. We want to make sure that everyone gets their money's worth. Granted, it's free, but we want to make sure that everyone has a good time. And as you can see, the demand is back better than ever. They're still lining it up right now. We might have come here a little bit too early. But oh well, that's the beauty of live TV. And you kind of just got to enjoy the best of it. It looks like they're still trying to figure things out. But it looks like they are going to crush that clown. Give it a haircut is what they said. Can't beat it. Right now, we just have a lot of glued eyes right here. I would say we have about a couple hundred, if not 1,000. Like I've seen. Oh.
All right, bring her on up.
Okay, now we're going back up. We're gonna go for take 2. They've got it lined up. Annette, Tim, I'm really curious to know what you guys are thinking right now. What we can get from this. 1,000 pounds of pumpkin. It's not the biggest pumpkin at the fair. Annette already did a story on that a couple days ago. Get that. 2,000 pumpkins. That means it is twice the size of what is being lifted up right now. That is honestly very gnarly to believe, but imagine the amount of manpower that crane would need to have in order to hoist it. I know for a fact I would not be able to budge this pumpkin, even though, I've been trying to work out, do my squats. Who am I kidding? I never did squats in my day in my life. But that pumpkin is sturdy. It is solid. And I was checking out a pumpkin of similar size that kind of broke off next to the pumpkin. That thing is thick. That is like almost a foot of just thick pumpkin. And that would make some great pumpkin bread. A lot of great sweet treats for this fall. And I know a lot of people are excited just to see this thing split wide open. And who can blame you? And if you ask, why are we doing this? Hey, we're having a good time. This is fair season in Connecticut. Have a good time. We're getting close to the top.
70 entries tonight in the figure demo derby. These guys reached
We're hearing some more information on the demo derby, but right now we are focusing on this pumpkin. It's going to be coming down any second. Apologies to my producers for trying to troubleshoot this, but you know what? It'll all be worth it in just a few moments.
We pick things up and we put them down.
They pick them up, they put it down. We got some cheers. It is on the way.
Let's go!
Yeehaw! Gotta get in with the spirit. Who doesn't love to see that? Oh, countdown's about to happen. Show the card, Joe. This is what it's gonna hit. Who's ready for it? We love a little bit of live producing. Thank you, producer Emily, for helping make this work. 5. Okay, we're gonna be doing our countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cut. There we go. Oh! That is something else. Was it worth it? Everyone, ladies, gentlemen, beautiful. And you got the car alarm going off. What better way to spend fair time here in Connecticut? We really tested how long we could go with this piece, but you know what? You love to see it. Over now, live at the Durham Fair, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
Oh man, I could feel Stephen's excitement, but that was totally worth the wait, Stephen. That was a lot of fun.
Who knew Stephen had 6 minutes of pumpkin stuff that he was getting ready to roll out? So there might be a local Emmy in his future.
Wow. Recently, traffic backup on A4 was responders of a deadly crash in Blank City. Wow. No, let me see. I'm done. You can see the intro video to the new show Lolcow clip. So let's check out. Let me see. Let me subscribe. Let me do this. Let me see. So stream. What else?
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome. Yo, what's up, guys? This is Lolcow Crypt, bro. Where I'm always right, and you guys are always wrong. You gotta prove it to me, bro. Prove to me that you're right. Because I think I'm always right, bro. You can't tell me anything otherwise. You guys suck. Every single one of you guys suck. But you know what? If you start supporting me, I'll love you. I'll love you, bro. I'll love you. You tell me I'm right, I'll love you. Every time. So please come start watching me, bro. I'm gonna do some fun ass stuff on here. Some fun stuff.
Some fun stuff.
I know you guys want to see stuff like this. Look.
Woo!
Fun shit. Come on. Watch Lolcow Crypt, bro. It's
watch
awesome.
Lolcow Crypt.
I can't wait to see you guys here, bro. I can't wait. And get your Stabber merch, bro. Support Lolcow Nuts. Support Lolcow Nuts too while you're at it. No, but on a serious note, thanks y'all for all the support. Come up here, come on Lolcow Crypt, and let's have some fun, bro. I'm ready to party with you guys. Let's break it down. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Lolcow Crypt.
Oh, any beautiful forward, like series Kentucky women this week. Wow.
An Independence woman has been told that she has only weeks to live, and her family is helping her check things off her bucket list.
On that list, Halloween. In a story you'll see only right here on Local 12 tonight, Chris Arnold shows us how the holiday will be coming a little early this year for 77-year-old Wanda Conway. Chris.
Well, yeah, Kyle, Conway spoke to me about the treasured memories she has of dressing up for Halloween and trick-or-treating for hours. As she's gotten older, the joys come from handing out candy to all the kids who come by. So on Sunday, it'll be Halloween for Wanda one last time. From the ghouls to the goblins to the treats, spooky season has always been Wanda Conway's favorite.
I've always liked Halloween. I think it's fun. I like the idea you dress up and act like a nut. It's fun. They give you candy or they give you cookies with apples, all kinds of stuff. It was really cool.
It's a holiday she likely won't get to celebrate on October 31st this year.
Last Monday, she told my mom, she lives with my parents, so she told my mom that she needed to go to the emergency room to get checked out because she was having some issues with her right hand.
Conway's granddaughter, Amanda Boston, says they got the answer after a week of tests.
They determined that she has stage 4 lung cancer, and it spread into her lymph nodes on her right side and then also into her brain. That's when we got the absolutely insane news that they said we have a couple weeks left with her, if that. And so obviously that rocked our whole family.
Boston says they are being intentional with the time they have left. And that's where the idea of celebrating Halloween early came to mind.
We had mentioned to her that we wanted to do the trick or treat thing, and she was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
She did this on social media a few days ago, asking friends and family to dress up and get Halloween candy from her grandmother when she's handing it out on Sunday. Little did she know that it would take off and be shared more than 900 times.
Just to feel the support from the community is huge, and to just feel people rallying around her. She does not even fully understand, I think, the magnitude of it.
Conway's hope for Sunday is simple.
That the kids come and have a good time. And we don't run out of candy.
Well, Boston says they've received roughly $500 in donations that are being used to buy candy. She says they're welcoming more donations so they don't run out Sunday night. If you would like to donate, we'll have that information at local12.com along with Wanda's address. So, guys, that trick-or-treat event, that gets going Sunday night, 5:30 to 7 at Wanda's house in Independence. And from the support online, you can tell it's going to be quite a fun experience for her and others.
I don't know.
Wow. Again, I'm in the stream, so drop a like if you like. And comment below if you want to see more streams like this one. And let me see. So drop a like if you like, and comment down below if you want to see more streams like this one, and subscribe if you're new, and click the bell so you can be notified when I go live and post and upload in the month. Bye.